In this lesson, we'll review a problem from the Identify the Error section. It's part of the writing multiple choice. We're on page 957, question 21. This is in the middle of the section, so we know it's a medium difficulty problem. Here's the sentence. In a world that the rate of technological and social change accelerates frighteningly, change itself often seems to be the only constant. I've said this before, obviously we just have to identify the error. We don't have to correct it, but I always recommend thinking about what the correct version should be to reinforce the error and confirm your answer choice, the correct choice. Also, you'll get more familiar with the commonly tested rules and you'll work more efficiently. So I'm just going to start out here. We've got in a world that. So let's just review. For pronouns, the difference between that and which is never tested. That's too pedantic, meaning it's open to subjectivity. There's just too many different interpretations. It's not a concrete error. It's because it's a multiple choice question. It has to be objective. So the difference between that and which is never going to be tested. However, if we're talking about people, let's start with people. There is only one pronoun we ever use for a person, and it's who. So if it ever refers to a person, even by a title, the bank teller who, it is always who. It's never going to be that or never which. And so that's an automatic rule. That's really a glaring error. So keep that in mind for people. Should be in white. And then for places, the pronoun that we always use is where. And it is never that for a place. And so here we see world that. It is always wrong. Now in this case, this is not where, and I'll explain why in a second. But let's just go through the rest of the choices and then we'll come back to why it is A or what it should be. We know A is the answer. Accelerates. So here we have a verb, frighteningly. That's an adverb. That agrees. Change itself. Itself, that is a reflexive pronoun, so referring back to change, that's correct. The change itself often seems to be the only constant. There's nothing wrong with this. Again, we couldn't change that. There's nothing that really stands out. So let's go back to this. Now I told you, places can never be that. Typically a place is where. So if I just started out a sentence and I said Canada, just the name of the country or the city, obviously I would use where because that's the pronoun, never that. But you note here, again, I'm just reinforcing we know it's A, but we have a prepositional phrase. It's in a world, so it's not where. We know that's not right. The correct answer, it should be in which. So only we'd use in which if we had a preposition. If it just had the name of the place, we'd use where, but never that for a place, never that for a person or any referring to any type of person, and never which. All right, I hope that helps. The answer here is A. See you next time. Thanks for watching.